Welcome, welcome, friends and Habibis, to the second annual Splooshies Awards in the For Your Reference podcast.
Woohoo!
You got your hosts, Katie
And Oti.
and what a second year we have had, Oti.
Yes, we have.
What an amazing time. It marks March 2020 to February 2021. We have a very exciting awards show today. We have a lot of lovely patrons, a lot of guests that have met us and have some interviews on the red carpet. We also have our annual awards categories. OT pretty much sweeped all of them.
I did.
The OT sweep.
Yep.
So hopefully I'm in for a good time this year, but it's a tantalizing time. Grab your sparkly dress, and in that case, it might just be pants that are clean. Get yourself a bubbly beverage, get yourself a snack, and let's get into this delightful intro mashup. Forget to pack your car panties and meet me at the bean flicking couch. Join us, fellow Bong Hive, as we deliver an episode-long verbal ovation to the multi-layered exemplification of the universal and specific Korean struggle in social status with the film Parasite.
Jesus.
Reheat that crusty paella and uncoil your love sausage because we have open auditions for Cuck Fluffer, Doppelganger, and Tara's Fuck Pig.
Oh, wow.
You couldn't even make it till the end of the intro, mate. And grab your practice peaches and limited edition mint condition hats because we've been invited to the pony show.
Throw some couscous on it.
Yes, bring along the couscous because this week we are covering the sketch show Key and Peele. And sanitize your poles and prepare your holes because we are fighting to save the pink with P Valley this motherfucking week.
Woohoo!
Or as they say in the South, Pussy Valley, baby. Produce that good juice. Hide the eggs because Sweetie Man is coming for you. Yes, friends and lovers, we are covering the 2009 District 9 and sharpen your knife and meet me at the potluck of single mother, childhood, and voodoo doll trauma. Yes, friends and lovers, as we have promised many times, for Halloween 2020, we are covering the Chucky franchise this motherfucking week. And bring along your finest monocle because we are having a date with a sequin mannequin beauty. This week, we are covering Netflix's Umbrella Academy. Hold on to your screaming daddies because I'm upset. This.
Good job, Miles Teller.
Thank you, O.T. Simmons. This week, we are unfortunately, I guess you'll see, diving into the film Whiplash. And braid your tentacles because we are ready to enter your foreign places. In the 2009 epic Avatar. Oh, man. I think the intro mashup, aside from me being the wittiest of wit, it's evidence that you do not wear pants when we're recording. Because no person recording makes sleazy laughs like that if they are wearing pants and they are clothed down under, if you'll pardon the pun.
It's my skill.
I don't know where you put that on LinkedIn, but I would like it in my social network. Oh, that was nice. That was really nice just to reflect on the year we've had, right?
We have covered a lot of variety stuff as well.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the quality. Quality is quality.
That's quality.
And speaking of quality, we have a VIP section of our red carpet. And I do see quite a lot of delightful, delicious people on their way. Paul from Filmbusters, for example, is one of the most delectable people around.
Ooh.
In voices and in quality as well. Also, super mega amazing shout out to Paul because he became a patron right after our first Splooshies. So this is the first to kick off our awards in rewards and splooshes at Paul's altar.
Let's hear what Paul has to say.
What's up, friends and lovers? It's Splooshy time! Oh, can I get an interview? Yeah, of course. Okay, where to start? See, I just want to say that, I think Katie and Otie are absolutely amazing. They're like the top of the game. Top of the podcasting game. And, I've known these guys for quite a while now, and I love them. I can not only call them like one of my favourite podcasts ever and podcasters ever, they're also like just great friends of mine now. I just love it. They join us on Film Buster sometimes, and it is an absolute pleasure. And for all you people who don't know out there about For Your Reference, you better get to know it because you're missing out. Love you guys and see you inside. Peace.
Peace, Paul. As much as I love the two popes, I want two Pauls.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how much I love him.
Won't Adam count as a second Paul?
Oh. I think their foundations are quaky enough. You don't need to start any sort of umbrage, my love. Thank you so much, Paul. Oh, I do see someone mingling with Paul, and it is Julio from the Contrarians podcast.
Hello, Katie and Oti. This is Julio, and I wanted to start by thanking you for allowing me to have a +1 for this edition of the Splooshies. Unfortunately, I invited Audrey Toto to be my +1, and she initially said yes. I thought it would be a good idea because, we did that Emily episode together, and I think I had some really nice things to say about the movie and about her performance. So it was great. It was set up. We were supposed to meet here to walk the red carpet together, and then I guess at some point she heard how we feel, all of us, about the Jesus rolls, and she canceled on me. So now I am on my own. I'm sure I'm still going to enjoy the ceremony. It just means that I have 2 seats instead of 1.
Oh,
Too bad she didn't hear Ben's take.
Yeah, I think maybe she'll be coming with Ben.
Yeah.
We recently were able to suggest an episode for the Contrarians podcast, and they covered whiplash. So definitely a shout out to Julio and Alex, and anyone that hasn't checked out that episode. Even though I didn't get as much as I wanted them to say about it, I will just say how I feel on the podcast about whiplash. But it's nothing but love for Julio, and for him to allow us to completely tear Amelie to shreds and we're still pals to this day. It really speaks volumes to hopefully many, many years to come of our friendship. So speaking of friendship, I see another out at sea film buster.
Is that Ben?
We have Ben. Also, Ben was the first film busters to infiltrate our household. So make sure you go and check out our Big Lebowski, which is the connection back to Julio about the Jesus role. So let's see what Ben has to say.
Well, I gotta say, it is a privilege to be back here for year 2 on the Splooshies red carpet, celebrating the wonderful Katie and Oti. I gotta say, the red carpet's looking a little more socially distanced than it did last year, but that doesn't tell you anything about the amount of people who've come out to show their appreciation to you guys tonight, because you have got an even bigger and better crowd than you did previously. I'm so glad that you get the recognition and the plaudits that you guys deserve. I've got to say, there's a lot of podcasts out there, and with so many great content makers out there, it's hard to be discerning and find the very best. But you guys are up there. And not only are you guys one of the best podcasts out there, you're also some of the most decent fucking people that I've ever met as well. I was going to make it through this without swearing. It's a pleasure to call you guys podcast colleagues. It's an even greater pleasure to call you guys friends. It's been a wonderful year for you guys. I've enjoyed every second, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen between now and the third Splooshies. Mwah! Enjoy the party.
Thank you, Ben.
All the kisses back at you, Ben. But I must say, I am a bit offended because we've now had 2 delightful clips referring to us as friends. It's friends and lovers.
Year 3. I'm marking it. Yeah.
Okay, we're marking to some lovers.
Goals, man.
Oh, we love Ben. It's become a new sensation in our household to see what Ben thinks about something so we can trash it. Ben and I found an understanding in Lebowski, and I think that's kind of where the overlap stopped, really. But we fucking love you, Ben. Thank you so much for always being amazing. This whole section of the VIP red carpet is amazing because they also attended in the first annual Splooshies Award OT.
Yeah, they did.
And we can't have an OG, FYR, VIP, Splooshy red carpet section without...
Yo, yo, yo!
We got Colby in the house, motherfuckers. Let's see what he has to say.
Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Kobe Mack, and look who is back down under for the second annual Splooshies. Man, I'm glad that we are still able to have this red carpet this year. All things considered, it doesn't seem like the panini's going away, but the safest place to be is down under in Australia. And as expected, this red carpet is extra moist. We should call it the wet carpet.
Oh my.
Cool. Yeah, but just look at all the beautiful faces. What up, Julio? Yeah. Ben and Paul and Adam. Yo, you guys clean up well. Sonny, Brandy, how y'all doing? And look at us over here just pardoning some puns. Speaking of puns, shout out to the queen of puns who gave us this year's best cackle. I swear, I wish I could track down what episode it was in, but like when Katie gets super comfortable, it's like a oh I gotta try to figure it out. But yo, shout out to her, the Khaleesi of innuendos. If you're nasty, Katie, so happy for you and all the work that you've been doing. And my award for the best podcast surprise, yes, your boy is giving out his own award, goes to the Christmas reveal of OT. He's real, y'all. Or is he? He is, but like, or is he? Yo, no wonder Sploosh Mountains are plenty in the FYR household. I love you guys. Thanks for another great year of fun, of puns, of everything in between. Let me go ahead and take my seat so we can get the show along. And remember, when they ask you where you heard it from, you tell them Colby told me. Peace.
Oh, that deserves...
Nice.
Give me a cheers, OT. That
Or is it?
absolutely deserves a cheers.
Oh, we'll love Colby, don't we?
We absolutely love Colby. Everyone, we're telling you now. Colby told me we're telling you to tell him to go and check out his podcast. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Colby also featured in, to this day, one of the longest podcast episodes we've had, about 2 hours. In the Courtney A. Kemp universe, there might be like 20 iterations of power. But we definitely need to get Colby back. We need to succubus his energy. Oh, but what a delightful time. What an amazing section of the VIP red carpet, OT.
Oh, it sure is.
We've also got some more VIPs along the way. But before we get to that, let's cover some stats/mini splooshies for our second year of podcasting. So, in regards to episodes that we released, shout outs to Colby with the Panini, the Panorama, the Pamela Anderson of it all. We managed to release 54 episodes, OT.
Wow.
Yeah, there's only 52 weeks in a year. Even though March of 2020 felt like 50 weeks.
It did, didn't it?
That 54 includes specials, whether it's the Christmas special or whether it's this current award show that we have. In regards to review episodes, which is kind of what I accredit as actual episodes of our podcast, we've hit 50 review episodes, OT.
Wow.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, very similar to the first Splooshies, we did more movies than TV shows.
Oh, it makes sense.
So we did 33 movies and 17 TV shows. Yeah. But also at the same time, TV shows take more time to watch as well. So I think it's a nice little tasting that we have. In regards to languages that we've covered, we've kind of done very similar to the first iteration of our podcast and in the Splooshies Awards. We've done 42 English speaking. That also includes stories that are very specific to demographics. So it might be in English, but say, for example, Mystery Road, it's about an Indigenous Aboriginal detective. So it doesn't necessarily talk about culture, race, and ethnicity, but we're just focusing on language. But yeah, there's a whole lot of variety. It's not just your standard, wheat meal.
Oh, for sure. I think we done even Swahili in there this previous year.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to it. We've covered 2 Korean-speaking TV/movies. We've done 2 Spanish.
All right.
La Casa de Papel and El Hoyo.
Mm-hmm.
We've also done, like you mentioned, 1 Kenyan speaking.
Swahili, yeah.
I speak it, thank you.
Clearly not.
I've physically been there, so I'm going to Karen it. I speak the Kenyan.
Mm-hmm.
1 French.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Julio for Amelie. 1 Tereo Maori, but then at the same time, there's Hunt for the Wilder People, but I regarded it as boy. And then we also have 1 German/Arabic, which is 4 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
Oh, Amadi.
Oh my. Let's talk about the decades, OT. This is very interesting. Feel free to go and listen to our first Splooshies Awards if you want to know what we covered in the particular decades. Unfortunately, we didn't cover any from your generation in the 1940s. It's a wonderful OT life. The furthest that we covered in the second year of podcasting was in 1970.
Oh, what is that?
Off the top of my head, pull all of your Criterion glasses up. I believe it's the first Godfather.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, Oti Corleone. 1980s, we covered 1.
Mm-hmm.
1990s, we covered 8.
Right.
The 2000s, the millennia, the Y2K of it all, we covered 10.
Mm-hmm.
2010s, we covered 16. And in the 2020s, from 2020, we covered 14.
14?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. We also revisited 3 TV shows that we covered in the first year of our podcast, being Money Heist, Insecure, and also The Boys.
Oh, Insecure, so good.
Insecure, absolutely tantalizingly excellent.
Yeah, 1 more season.
I'm rooting for everything Issa Rae does.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get into our mini splooshes. Feel free to guess, OT. What do you think our most listened to episode was for year 2 of our podcast?
Oh, I think I know this. I think Shield.
Yes.
So usually when I come up with these ideas of what to cover on the podcast, I go down memory lane on things that I've watched that I loved and I'd like Katie to partake in. So Shield was a bit touch and go because we weren't sure that we were ready to. I wasn't sure that I was ready to rewatch it, but we weren't disappointed and wow.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Walton Goggins, best name in history forever, because apparently that's his actual real name. We did recently watch Shanghai Noon, even though you'll know for many reasons we didn't cover on the podcast. But it's good to know that Walton Goggins is still that root and toot and redneck with a gun. But yeah, The Shield was great. The Shield was absolutely great. And I guess wait and see if The Shield was nominated for any awards.
Oh, yeah?
What country do you think was the most listened?
Has to be American Cousins.
Eagle soaring.
America.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our listens have spanned to more countries, but the majority still is America. And if I can put my unqualified, don't listen to me hat on, America is the biggest consumers of podcasts. I don't expect you to guess this one, but the most listened to in regards to a podcatcher was actually Castbox.
Yeah. Wow.
So shout outs to Castbox for featuring us in the Black Amplified Voices.
Yeah, they really did amplify us a lot, which is brilliant.
Yeah, Book of Lies is also in that list as well. And we're there with some very big podcasts as well. So it absolutely means a lot.
Yeah, it really does. It does. We appreciate all the people that saw us and listened to us and kept on coming back for more. And the support is a lot and means a lot to us. Sorry.
I think it also reaffirms to me that OT isn't creating separate accounts and pretending to create these listens. So it's
them bots.
Unless you created the account in Castbox. But it's good to know that, it is possible to get new listenership, and we fucking love you guys. Whether you interact with us on the socials, it is a scary place. So I don't blame anyone for wanting to listen to the podcast and not go on our Twitter, because it is literally all of the dicks and all of the splooshes.
And that's why I don't go there.
Well, yeah, because you've got your own sub account with some hentai shit on there.
Them tentacles are more tantalizing.
The tantalizing tentacles. Oh my! If I ever let you steer this ship, OT, we would be Titanic all over.
Yeah, probably.
The last of the mini splooshes we have is shortest episode and longest episode. Feel free to take a dig if you like.
Oh, I think the shortest episode has to be 4 blocks.
No.
What is it?
It's Alice in Borderland.
What?
Yeah.
It's literally one of the favorites that I watched in 2020, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait for a second season for that.
But they need to make it worth it. Don't fuck it up, Netflix.
I think they'll have to do a lot to try and fuck it up. A lot of these things just write themselves. So hopefully.
You say that. And then we watch Lupin.
Yeah.
We will be covering Lupin, friends and lovers. As much as OT is Lupin episode 5, we did enjoy the show.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've also gotten to the point where it's okay that an episode is under an hour.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times we try and force ourselves to record in the hour time frame.
But it's a pleasurable forcing.
Yeah.
And it is consensual and pleasurable.
And it just doesn't have to be. I think sometimes you just have to go with the flow. But wow, yeah, I think I appreciate more how we just record and how we go with our feel now. So if we feel like we've talked about enough, we just stop.
And, cutely enough, wankery enough, I will say, the first year of podcasting, I think there were 2 weeks that we didn't release something. And like I said, I attribute it to my self-worth, but that's a story for another day. We only missed 1 week, but we made up for it in the monthly average. So we've managed to release an episode every week.
Nice.
And if that means that some reviews are going to be shorter, then that's fine as well.
Yeah.
We expend our energy wherever we can. Speaking of deciding whether to deposit our energy, do you know what the longest recorded episode of year 2 is?
Has to be District 9 that we did with Film Busters. Surely.
It's actually not.
What?
It is a close second by a few minutes. The longest recorded episode that we have in year 2 of the For Your Reference podcast is Amelie.
Whoa.
I don't know why I announced it like an award, but Julio's our award forever.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's just by a smidge.
Wow.
It's literally just by a smidge.
Wow. Okay. I'm at a loss for words for that.
But you're as eloquent as ever, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. Why haven't we covered Dexter yet?
I have no idea. I really don't.
What's that guy's name? The one that's angry all the time.
Dokes.
I think I personally have qualms with Dexter in particular because he doesn't have the DDs. But anyway, we'll come to Dexter eventually, right?
Mm-hmm. We sure will.
Watch out, friends and lovers, for year 20 of the For Your Reference podcast. Oh, but I feel like I could use some more red carpet interviews. What do you think, OT?
Me too.
All right. So this is the new wave of friends and lovers that we had that joined our Patreon. Patreon.com/foryourreference. I've never said it on the podcast, by the way.
Wow. First time for everything.
But a many time for all the time, we have Brandy and Sunny from the Book of Lies podcast. Also, we do cutely, very cutely, have The Big Short episode with them, and with the whole GameStop Robin Hood going on with it all.
Listen.
Yeah, you'll definitely learn a thing or two from Brandy and Sunny. I don't know what you're going to learn from us, but it's definitely a great episode. But we love them so much, especially if you follow us on the social. So I'm very excited to hear what they have to say.
Me too.
Hey, KT and OT. It's us, Sunny and Brandy from Book of Lies podcast. Congratulations on 2 years, and I feel like it's been 2 days since you guys started your podcast. 2 years has definitely gone by very fast. Like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Like, honestly, that's like you like a grandmaster in the podcast game when you can make it to 2 years. And I'm so happy to be here to celebrate with you guys.
Me too.
Woo woo. Brandy, what's one of your favorite episodes?
I've got to say, my favorite episode, one of my favorite episodes, the very first episode that I listened to of For Your Reference was the Spartacus episode. And you know what? I think I'm going to go back and revisit that episode very, very soon.
For Jupiter's Cock?
Oh, definitely for Jupiter's Cock. Jupiter's Cock. What's yours?
You could sit on Jupiter's Cock. My episode, as of lately, is your Parasite episode. I love, like, you guys know, I'll listen to y'all's episodes. I don't have to watch it at all. But I had seen Parasite, and I was really picking up what KT was putting down. And that's a new fave of mine. So I really, really liked it. All of the bean flicking. I'm for it, y'all. I'm for it.
Yeah, so congratulations again. And I am definitely looking forward to another year For Your Reference.
Oh, yes, baby. So, again, congratulations. And we love you guys.
Love you.
Bye. Bye.
Wow.
We love you more. If anyone really should not be encouraging me, to talk about bean flicking, but everyone talks about dick, so why not?
Why not?
Thank you so much, ladies. If you can steal some time away from Colby, we're glad we could get an interview on the red carpet for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. I think we started the podcast around the same time as they did.
Yeah, we're pod twinnies.
Yeah, and it's just been a wonderful journey for both of us, I think, just interacting and growing.
Yeah.
Definitely love them to bits.
We've also got Book of Lies bulk merch, which everyone should go and check out, listen, support, all of the things. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Mwah.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of new friend and lover, we have Griff from the Paul and Griff podcast.
I'm reporting from the red carpet for Your Reference Pod's second Splooshies Awards. Oh, look, it's Griff. Griff. Hey, Griff, you're looking sharp. Any words for our co-hosts?
Yeah. Happy second birthday for Your Reference Pod from your main man, Griff. And staying on the red carpet looking sharp with no quiff. What a year has been for Katie and Oti. There's no better couple to hear talking about TV shows or a movie. They savaged Uncut Gems and they didn't want to give Whiplash a second gander. Their joy over the latest series of Umbrella Academy and The Boys maybe would stand over a town and celebrate like Homelander. Here's for another year, and maybe next Splooshies I'll use my +1 and bring a date. But tonight I'm going to ride solo and celebrate the For Your Reference Pod with all joy and no hate. And yo, Oti, better days will be had at the Emirates. We'll share a virtual beer together once that Prem title is back in North London.
For sure. Soon.
I swear to Jupiter's cock and the Old Testament God, you need to get your own social media account because Griff always wants to talk football with you and I have to get your message and deliver it to him and go back and forth and back and forth. It's like a threesome where I don't benefit at all.
Yeah, I think it takes something to be an Arsenal fan. And,
Edging?
And that's why we're so happy all the time.
Oh my. Thank you so much, Griff. Griff is, I enjoy every interaction we have. Umbrella Academy, it was interesting hearing his thoughts about it, especially with Uncut Gems and Whiplash as well. It's always interesting to see what episodes people latch onto. And it's nice to have that unbridled rampage. But we fucking love you, Griff. And we're glad that you enjoy our spiciest of episodes, but it makes sense because you're an Arsenal fan. So you know what it's like to be screamed at and have no completion. Oh, what a lovely time. Rounding out the VIP section of our red carpet, we have Logo Smith Media, which includes the the Smoke and Mirrors podcast, as well as my Samoan sisters at Indie Faith. Let's see what they have to say.
Hi, this is Jules from Indie Faith Podcast. So we were introduced to For Your Reference podcast through our brother podcast, Smoke and Mirrors. I'll admit we are nowhere near as knowledgeable about movies and shows as Katie and Oti. I'll give you an example. I'm one of those that will watch a movie and then halfway go, I've seen this movie before.
That's you.
Don't hate me. And don't worry, the facials I get from Rob from Smoke and Mirrors, I think I died 20 times from the laser beams he shoots out of his eyes. But in saying that, listening to For Your Reference pod, it's just so entertaining and so engaging. You have this constant ping pong game you do where you bounce around from agreeing with Katie's views and then, you know, oh wait, like I agree with OT now. But personally, even though I haven't seen the show or the movie that they're talking about, after listening to some episodes, man, it actually legit makes me want to go chuck on Netflix or wherever to watch it. Yeah, I love the reviews. I love the different perspectives from Katie and Oti. I love their chemistry. And to top it off, their amazing year of potting, like they release an awesome Christmas episode, and I honestly, like you just feel like you're in the same room with them. It's so good. I've got to say though, Oti, I think I agree a lot more with your views.
Hey!
Sorry, sister. And Katie, sis, your feistiness, girl. You show that island pride. Malo Opito, Asante, we love you guys.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I fucking love you, Jules, but you're very corporate. Like, you know, give a compliment and then an insult and then a compliment.
I think it was all compliment.
There's been a long-standing feud between Samoans and Tongans, and you were about to open that portal, Jules. How dare you?
Just because my takes are more reasonable.
Yeah, but also Sunny from Book of Lies said she agrees with me a lot.
You know, Sunny, I don't mean to sort of hold this grudge, but, you know, there's a misunderstanding as to what I thought we shared a bond. And it so happened that we didn't. So, from that perspective, I'm not that surprised that she said, oh, I resonate with Katie. No one really does if you come to think about it. I give you the truth. And Katie has just hot takes after hot takes after hot takes that are just whoop, up the wazoo.
Spicy, muy caliente.
Wow.
How dare you besmirch our Sunny?
No, if she agrees with you, then there's something there. There's something in there.
You don't besmirch Sunny to sploosh Jules. That's a KT testament that will never be taught in any theology curriculum. But in the FYR curriculum, it is most welcome. Let's get to the meaty part of the sandwich, OT. Mm-hmm. We are talking about the actual Splooshy Award categories. For everyone that has listened to the first Splooshy Awards, we were like, you know, little Bambies coming into the podcast game. But our banter and our references were very clear from the first year of podcasting. So a lot of our award categories, very cutely, coincidentally, our patron tiers reflect references that are very specific to our first year of podcasting. Mm-hmm. You know, being and bearing the responsibility of being an awards committee is not an easy thing. Although we do feel like Oscar So White exists for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. How about OT So Not Right? But again, we have covered 50 different TV shows and movies within our second year. So it wasn't easy to get to nominees. If anyone wants to get a peek behind the curtain, we nominate from 5 to 1, allocating points on who the nominees will be. And shout outs to our patrons who also had the opportunity to vote within their corresponding tiers and below. And we are going from strength to strength. And you know why?
Why?
Because to be able to have that Insecure Kelly growth, you need to have a
firm foundation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Let's get into Firm Foundation Award category.
Laying the groundwork for the story surely in your mind, you could see where the story would possibly go. And in that, give you that excitement of wanting to watch further to see how it develops.
But that's like saying you've laid the foundation for a house and the house isn't done yet. You can't praise that.
Mate, once you've laid down the foundation of the house is pretty much done. That's the hardest thing to do. Join me on OT's Architectural 101.
Okay, if OT is messaging you to build your houses, just block him. And this is why you're not allowed on the Twitter, okay? Because did you see I had to communicate in a boomer language, so I had to call it the Twitter.
For those of you who have built houses before, know this.
Again, I don't want to be liable for the dodgy workmanship.
Mate, you had Camilla to build your house. You've got all that coming for you.
I thought we already established that you're Carmela Soprano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. All right.
So let's get into the Firm Foundation Award, the first award of the Splooshies Awards in 2021. So this award encapsulates a TV show or a movie that is popular, but it is worth all of the praise, and we are all most welcome. Let's talk about the nominees for Firm Foundation in order of release date on the For Your Reference podcast. For Firm Foundation, we have La Casa de Papel, otherwise known as Money Heist Part 4, The Godfather Trilogy, The Shield, I May Destroy You, and Parasite.
Whoa.
Oh, that is a strong start to the Splooshies Awards.
It really is. It is. And I think I've got my eye on a favorite there.
Yeah, because this is how we devised it, sir. And the winner for Firm Foundation to kick off the Splooshies Awards is Parasite. And to accept this award, we have the host that voted it the highest, KT Bean Flicking Couch Kim. Kansamnida, thank you so much for awarding the absolute best perfect movie to ever exist. It is the foundation for all of the splooshes and all of the bean flicking and all of the car panties. Thank you very much. Kansamnida.
You're ridiculous.
Don't be jealous. Okay, let's move on to our next award category, which is Pardon the Pun Award category. How dare you surprise me with so much quality? Hearing the language in its intended purpose is more powerful, and you get more inflection and you get more dimension to the story than to just hear it in an English version. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't translate, if you pardon the pun, as well.
We are For Your Reference for a reason. Everything is based off our frame of reference. So this played a really big part in my childhood. Religion, that is.
Yeah.
So Moses and all that, I grew up in all that stuff. So it's just suffice it to say that it was only logical for it to sort of bleed out a bit on this episode.
If you'll pardon the river pun.
Yeah.
And he goes into a drawer and he finds a purple dildo, as most common garden varieties have, if you'll pardon the pun.
When it started, I thought, they might go down a rabbit hole that.
Oh, if you'll pardon the pun, and you did that by accident. All right. We do love wordplay amongst all of the other plays you can do around her. And the nominees for Pardon the Pun in 2021, Itaewon Class, Insecure Season 4, P-Valley, otherwise known as Pussy Valley, Alice in Borderland, and 4 Blocks.
Wow.
And the winner for Pardon the Pun goes to Itaewon Class. Accepting this award today is Park Katie Seroy. Kansamnida, motherfuckers. It's the second South Korean winner that we have in the Splooshies Awards. I will win with hard work and counter.
Oh, counter.
Kansamnida. Thank you so much. What? Woo! All right. Let's cool off a bit. I think OT needs to lick his wounds right now because I'm feeling amazing.
I don't know who voted for these.
Don't try to bring this voter fraud into our For Your Reference podcast. We are too pure for that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a break. Let's see on the red carpet. We have podcasts that have guested on ours in our second year. Ben and Paul, our most beloved patrons, also featured on our podcast this year, as you mentioned, for District 9. So let's check in with them and see how they're going. Cheers.
Fuck, it's freezing out here. It's cold. It's cold, but I'd rather be cold out here than be warm in there with all those kiss asses, man. Jesus.
Fucking tell me.
Hey.
I fucking hate being around so many people. It's so annoying.
Why did they
Everyone just
invite
getting
so
up in
many
your
people?
business.
I thought this was an exclusive party.
I know. I thought I was a fucking patron. I thought I was
Exactly.
going to spin in a small group of people.
A small group of people, and also like better food, surely.
Yeah, and people are scrounging here. People are scrounging. They know they have too many people listening to them. Too many people that don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, too many people, too many patrons. They're loved. Lots of people saying nice things. Personally, between you and me, I don't really see the appeal. I'm just here to show face.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I mean, they're not like as good as us, are they? To be honest.
Tell me. We're just basically advertising ourselves here, aren't we? That's why we're here.
We're here. We're showing face, and that's like why we didn't bring Adam, because he like holds us back. That's the truth, right?
Yeah, I know. I was handing out my business cards.
Oh, well done. I mean, I guess the only reason that they got so many people here tonight is because they don't have an Adam. Like, if they had an Adam in the group, then, you know, it would have pulled them right back down again.
That's very true. I mean, that's the only reason why we're not, like, super famous right now, because...
Shh. Look, here he comes.
What the fuck? How the fuck did he
Adam!
get the address?
Adam, how you doing?
What are you guys doing?
Well, having breakfast.
Doing breakfast? What, on the fire escape?
Yeah.
Why are you here, Adam?
I was invited.
Who invited you?
Well, I wasn't invited exactly, but I thought I'd see you two come up and you'd be around here at some point. You two are all doing dodgy dealings on these fire escapes. Well, try and get in the back door.
Well, I guess we better all squeeze in through the back door.
I guess you come back in, I guess.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Time to put on smiley faces.
Oh, hi, Katie. Hi, how are you?
Hey, OT. Good to see you, man.
What's up, guys? I'm not here.
Wow.
That's a lot of wow, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say Theo is all Adam.
Theo is Adam, but I feel like Adam brings a lot more quality than Theo does. But
Well, I do tend to agree with Adam a lot more than I do with Ben.
oh my.
Yeah.
Wow, OT. Are you ready to start a fight?
Yeah.
I just want to reassure Paul and Ben that we fucking love you guys. And no matter whoever is in the VIP section, you will always be our number one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell anyone, but you will always be our number one.
Oh, for sure. Cardinal official. Tommy Kitten number one. Oh, dear Lord.
That's the tide is high, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it just the tide or is it O-tide?
O-tide. You know, both versions. Cardinals and atomic kittens.
I feel like Americans are just sitting waiting to have their genitals be addressed, but this is for pretty much the rest of the world. I feel like everyone else understands that reference.
They should.
If you're American and you understand that reference, please email us because OT attends to that.
Mhm.
Wow. I don't even want to add to that. I feel like that's the best response. Aside from the fact that it sounds like film buses are trying to sell their merch in the fire escape.
Yeah.
Let's move on to someone that also has amazing merch. We had a very conflicted, I would say, in some cases more than the other for the hosts. We had Elaine from Angus IT on talking about Anastasia this year. Yeah, and I will also say hashtag fake Angus.
Gotta love those people that say that.
Thank you so much for having me back at the Splooshies, especially since last year I got too intoxicated, broke the gift bag table, and allegedly set fire to the after party. That hasn't been confirmed either way. Katie and OT are incredible people, and they're also my pod BFFs. Locked that one in. As someone who has also crossed the 2-year barrier, I'm sure that they're feeling tired, dead on the inside, and ready to read some books, kids. Just kidding. I was so honored to be a guest on their podcast. KT and OT let me pick any movie I wanted for our episode together, and I thought, what better way to form a deeper bond between us than to share the ultimate movie of Elaine Best's childhood, Anastasia. Everything started off really well. We loved the soundtrack. The history was interesting. And then things went south. They started poking holes in this beloved masterpiece of mine. In the span of an hour, my life was forever changed. Anyway, it was such a pleasure getting to be on their podcast. I love them. They're doing great work. Congrats on 2 fucking years. I love you. Can't wait to hear what's to come.
Mwah.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's amazing that this is one of our most listened to episodes.
Yeah, why not? Very amazing. Shout outs to Elaine.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun recording with her. And I think we got to explore a much darker side to this movie.
And I don't think we would have talked about diseased pink bats if not for Elaine, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to include the buttocks in it.
It was, there was a lot going on. And most recently, I realized that there's a Boney M song for Rasputin.
Rah, rah, Rasputin.
Leader of the something.
Something like that.
They put the poison into his wine.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, Elaine, for allowing us to do that. And you can, you have to be relatively close with a person to bring them onto your podcast and completely tear it the fuck apart. And Elaine, I'm not sure how much was laying on the floor with Fern, your beloved dog, but we enjoyed the recording.
We sure did. It goes to show why it's one of the most listened to. So I think it was a really fun, educative piece of an episode that we, I think for both of us, we really did enjoy recording and watching the movie as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And for all of our canine-loving friends and habibis, Theo, our executive producer that does nothing, and also Fern with Elaine from Angus IT Podcast, they are going to start a reality show once the Panorama Panini ends.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to the last red carpet clip that we have for guests that were on our podcast this year, Julio, for our Amelie episode.
Hey guys, it's Julio again, just for a little bit of reminiscing, I guess, about how awesome it was to record with you two for the Amelie episode. It was great. I love the movie, but what really made it special was just discussing the movie with you and having disagreements about it. I think that's what made it so much fun, to have to defend my position and open my mind to seeing yours. That always makes for memorable content when podcasting. So I'm very happy that we got to experience that together.
Oh,
that's really nice. And I think the thing that I love about Julio is he's really open. He might have his opinions of a movie, but he's willing to listen and to explore someone else's ideas. And that's different to who I am as a person, because I'm never wrong. But
I think the difference between you and Julio is Julio's a nice guy and he's genuinely a nice guy. You come off as a nice guy, but you're a fucking dickhead.
Fair enough.
All right. Now that we come off the red carpet, let's get into some more awards, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
The next award category that we have is Reverse Criminoctus. And if you haven't listened to Spider-Kiss, we will not, like the king, deflower you. reverse prima noctis in spoilers. So please, if you have not watched Spartacus, it is our responsibility, aside from drinking responsibly, to also listen responsibly. If you have not watched Spartacus, we have Game of Thrones, which is, it'll break you in. It will get you ready for the penetration of the show that is Spartacus. Just on that, Spartacus penetrates you obviously sexually, but also emotionally.
It does. It really does.
That's the Love and Peace and Power Andy Whitfield as well.
Oh, for sure. And I think I've gone on and on about how it being one of my all-time favorite shows ever. So its quality is beyond reproach, man.
Oh, absolutely. So Reverse Prima Noctis talks about if you could go back and watch and experience it for the first time, because, as much as we love, that good pipe that OT provides, it's never like the first time, right? And if you could wipe all memory of a TV show and movie so you can experience it again, what would it be? So here are the nominees that we have for Reverse Prima Noctis. We have Silicon Valley, Rush Hour, Itaewon Class, Pussy Valley, and The Sixth Sense. And the winner of Reverse Prima Noctis for 2021 is The Sixth Sense. And the winner accepting the award for The Sixth Sense is OT Bobby Brown Ghost. You wish it was Halle Berry mounting you, but it's actually Bobby Brown.
Wow. For anyone who has watched The Sixth Sense, I think they remember exactly where they were when they saw that ending. I knew exactly what I was doing when I saw it, and I'm sure Katie will remember the moment she realized what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of those movies, if you could wipe my memory and rewatch it again, I would sploosh all over. And it's fully deserving of its award.
Nice. It's good to know that you had time aside from being one of the cast and crew of The Last Airbender to be able to accept this award. Congratulations on your first award.
Oh, thank you. It's the one that makes the most sense. And of course, it's mine.
Well, it's because you're deflowering all around the town. That's why. Well, accolades in sum to you. Let's move on to the next award category, Striking Urethras. We are talking about all the feels, popularity does not matter.
Yeah, and one of the fascinating questions you asked was how it felt for Carl, especially being a woman.
Yeah.
And being fucked.
Black Mirror.
And they later explained it that...
Like, does it go inside his urethra?
What?
How does it work?
They have butts, right?
Yeah, but guys have butts. Charlie Brooker, please call us. We have pertinent questions to our understanding of your universe.
Who would fuck someone's urethra? That would be painful.
Because it's in the front.
You're ridiculous.
Because it's in the front.
You're ridiculous.
So, Charlie Brooker has still not contacted me. Annabelle, who's also very closely working on Black Mirror, has not contacted me. I still don't understand how that works.
You need to go back to the second grade and learn human anatomy, mate.
Yeah, but I feel like you're learning Cartman balls on the vagina sort of anatomy.
At least it shows some bits, mate.
It shows all the bits. So again, Striking Urethras is the category that is nominated to TV shows or movies where it doesn't matter if it's fucking popular. It just gave you all of the fields. I would say this was the most contentious awards category that we had, because given the nature of this sort of award category, it does denote to your specific frame of reference, right?
Sure.
All right. So let's talk about the nominees for Striking Urethras for 2021. Living Single. I think we know whose frame of reference that was. El Hoyo, otherwise known as The Platform, District 9, 4 Blocks, and Mystery Road.
Wow.
And the winner for Striking Urethras in 2021 is 4 Blocks. Katie, Hamadi, Oti, Hamadi, Theo, Hamadi, Please give me my award, please.
Too funny.
Thank you so much, friends and habibis. Guten Tag and all the fucking tugs that you can get around the world. Yes! Let's champion the difference between ethnicity and race, motherfuckers. Yes! I guess at this point in juncture, I just want to point out that OT had a clean sweep aside from one award last year, so don't feel too bad for him. I just know where the quality is.
Oh, man, oh, you rigged the vote.
Mate, your hopes are reducing like Bruce Willis's like hairline.
Receding hope it's not, mate.
Well,
oh, that would be a nice spin-off. Receding Hope, a spin-off to Raising Hope.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to go there?
I'd write that.
Rest in love and peace and power, Cloris Leachman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that saves you from the receding hairline. But anyway.
Receding Hope.
Okay.
Best title for a TV show out there.
Yeah, but I don't think it saves you either. That's some Tyler Perry, bro. Shit.
Oh, wow. Not sisters.
No. No, absolutely not.
Bathroom cupcakes, anyone?
I don't know if this is the way to introduce our red carpet guests, but there we go. We are talking about podcasts that we have guested on within our 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I see Leah and Tom from the We Are the Watchers podcast.
Tom, I'll be Leah and you be Tom.
Deal, as per.
It just makes things easier. We are from We Are the Watchers. Earlier this year, we had For Your Reference podcast on our podcast, which was lots of fun. And we've been invited here tonight to this beautiful red carpet.
Hello. Well, you've been invited. I'm still just that small head in a jar on your shoulder.
Yeah, but it's on my favourite shoulder, which is great.
You can move me around as you like, but you tend to just leave me up there.
Always. It's just comfier. The chiropractor said I should, but I don't.
You're about that purple lane.
Absolutely. We are here in hopes that we've won an award, even though we've not been nominated. But you know those surprise awards people get?
I'm hoping to win best head.
In a jar.
In a jar.
Yeah.
It's stiff competition.
Congratulations to all the winners. We should have our own awards night, and then we win everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't give any awards away. I have no hands.
Oh, yeah. But that's okay. We get Alec Baldwin's daughter to come out on stage and award the awards.
Is that the fat little piggy one or the one married to Bieber? Oh, no, that's
the niece. That's the niece.
So many Baldwins.
So many Baldwins.
He's a bald winner.
And
she's a bald winner as well. Everyone's a bald winner
Everyone's
tonight.
a bald.
I don't remember what podcast episode it was, but we did talk about Alec Baldwin calling his daughter a pig and how, in our frame of reference, it wasn't the worst thing that a parent could do to you.
Yeah, I think we would have taken that a lot more than what we received as children.
But shout outs to Leah and Tom. We enjoyed being on the We Are the Watchers podcast because Strayan. Because of podcast audio quality. But we had a really fun time. It was an interesting format, different from the review episodes that we do. And I remember us talking a lot about The Last Dance and Money Heist.
It was really an enjoyable time there.
Yeah, so hopefully this is the one of many. Speaking of one of many, we have a lovely, delightful message for a longtime friend of the For Your Reference podcast, Anime Nerd.
Hey, what's up, Katie and OT? Shout out to you guys. Another year down on another podcast, Sploosh Award. I still think personally the Sploosh Award should be an actual award that, you just hand out, but it's okay. One day you guys will take my advice for it. But anyway, for real though, I just want to give you guys a special shout out. Congratulations on another year down. It's always been a blast working with you guys. I swear it's like having a group of friends all the way across the world, in Australia. So it's really cool. I can't wait to actually come out there and visit you guys. You guys are like, at this point, you guys are like family. So it's like, even though we haven't met, it's still like you have family somewhere across the world. So keep up the good work. Love you guys' content. It's always a blast working with you guys. Shoot, it's always a blast just even talking to you guys, even when we're not doing anything podcast related. I can't wait to keep on hearing you guys work, and I'm looking forward to more great content in the future. All right. Congratulations on another year. Peace.
Oh, let's cheers, Anime Nerd. I do say many times that if we weren't a all-round podcast, the collaboration that we had with Anime Nerd and Savage Otaku made OT want us to be an anime-only podcast.
Yep, still holding out hope for that.
Oh, but thank you so much, Anime Nerd. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
His first message on the Splooshies Awards was he got to a point where he said, I pray, I pray, I pray. And he didn't make it to sound religious. And now he's calling us family. So I'm enjoying this. Maybe politics next year. Hopefully not, but maybe politics.
Oh, for sure. You love our anime nerd.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So now that we are, diving into the end of the award show, don't worry, Pussy Valley friends and lovers. You can go and listen to our other episodes, but we are rounding out the Splooshies Awards.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are really getting into the highest of stakes, the Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
Good enough. Of it all. We are rounding out the 2021 second annual Splooshies Awards with Daddywood and also Sploosh Mountain OT.
Ooh.
Ooh, very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
As Colby mentioned earlier, the wet carpet. As filthy as we are, I never thought of that. So kudos to Colby. Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever orifice, thumbs up. Okay, let's get into Daddywood. This is the creme de la creme. If we were to nominate this, everything else disappears. Dan is definitely your right hand man. You definitely want him in your camp.
Yeah, he's loyal. He loves Al.
Oh, yes.
Through and through. Like he seeks Al's validation as well.
Oh, yeah. Everyone does. There's like a daddy complex. They should call it Daddywood.
Oh. Wow. Don't even pretend that by mistake.
Oh my God. And I did say earlier we should have a podcast. Let's call it Daddywood. Jesus. Oh, fucking hell. Even I have a line and I...
Oh, are you sure? you do have a line?
Do I have a line, OT?
No.
Not even a panty line?
Not even.
And the award for Daddywood in 2021, the nominees that we have: Pussy Valley, I May Destroy You, Insecure Season 4, Parasite, Itaewon Class. And the winner for Daddywood in 2021 for the second annual Splooshies Awards in the For Your Reference podcast with your hosts, Katie and OT, we have fucking Pussy Valley, baby. And the winner for Daddywood of 2021, we have KTMI.
Crooked letter, ha. Crooked letter, ah.
Hump back. I just handed myself the award, motherfuckers, because even if you're a lady, you can beam flick your motherfucking self. Go and check out P-Valley. We see the downloads. We know people are listening to the episode. Go and fucking watch the show. Mm-hmm. If you thought you were going to watch American Gods on Stars, go and watch P-Valley instead.
Belquist. Abundance.
Even though Belquist is my final form, thank you so much. I will gladly accept this award in my Pussy Valley.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's hard to put a case for Pussy Valley not winning it. I think it's one of the best things we've watched this year.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And the fact that it's won means that I rated it highly as fuck as well. So,
but you didn't win, bruv.
Small margins. I'm an asshole fan anyway.
Yeah, we did establish that early on. I think also the interesting thing is, like, you can talk about film and watching, specific sort of stories, but I feel like the true sort of litmus test about how diversified you are in regards to your watching habits is your TV shows, because that's kind of what keeps you company on a week-to-week sort of basis, as opposed to the wankiness of film, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. In a cold night at Stoke, Griff will know that reference. It's It's one of the things that I think we hold a lot of pride in. We try a lot of genres. We try a lot of shows. And some of them we fall in love with that we've not even dared to cover yet.
Uh-huh.
And the lucky ones that we have been able to cover, like Pussy Valley, they just shoot up on top of our list just because of the amount of quality that it has. And if you've listened to the whole award show, you know that Pussy Valley has been nominated here and there. It just goes to show how much we feel about the show, the characters, and the writing. The screenplay is superb.
Tori Hall and all of the crew, all female directors for every episode of season 1. Mwah, 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 mwah. In whatever place you would like. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Mercedes, man.
Oh, absolutely. Meet me in Chuckalisa for our next rendezvous, OT.
Yeah, I had to recommend this to my boss, and I knew that if it was a boss, there would be a problem in the office. But the fact that I wasn't brought up the next morning for some questioning proved the fact. It's a good show.
Wow. You are really reckless, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're like one recommendation away from like sending out a podcast link.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, the last thing you would want is your IT support and hearing them on a podcast saying, dicks, 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 all the dicks.
If you've seen people in IT, I'm pretty sure that you'd think that that's all they think about.
Oh my. So let's round out the 2021 Splooshy Awards in Sploosh Mountain. To clarify, our second year started from March 2020 to February 2021. So it includes the highest rating votes that we have during our Christmas special.
Mm-hmm. And the podcast there, I
Were
say.
you not ready for a whopper in your holes, friends and lovers? Welcome, welcome. It is the quality. It is what we do around her. Before we sploosh and need a post-coitus cigarette and a nap, let's get on to the stats, OT. I don't have a type.
Expound.
Well, I feel like I can steep myself in quality. I can, tantalize and sploosh myself over a lot of material. Mm-hmm. And if I ever wanted to start my rap career, Ali Tony Hamadi is my type. Abbas Kemal and Latif is my type. Morris Chestnut is my type. Daniel Daddy Kim is my type.
Oh, wow.
But OT got that good pipe. Are you agreeing that OT got that good pipe?
No doubt.
Are you striking urethras yourself?
No doubt.
All right. So, if you have heard, like Jules from the Indie Fave podcast mentioned, our Christmas spectacular, if you've heard our Christmas special, you would know that OT in particular was very generous with his tens.
Tens?
He was like, what was his name? The Dream? Shorty is a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a blast. I don't know if The Dream was known outside of the US, but anyone that isn't American that understood that reference, like we said about OT and his Atomic Kitten, please email us. We would love to know. But interestingly enough, we had a whole bunch of TV shows and movies that we rated 10 out of 10 as an average or 20 out of 20 between the two of us. So let me read them before we get to the actual Sploosh Mountain. We have Spirited Away, Porco Rosso, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, Insecure Season 4, The Sixth Sense, and also I May Destroy You.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. To get to the winner of Daddywood, despite the fact that we rated them both 10 out of 10 on our Christmas special, we went again to rate them 5 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the winner that we have for Sploosh Mountain in the For Your Reference household in 2021 for the second annual Splooshy Awards is Succession. And accepting this award tonight, we have OT Greg.
Wow. What can I say? It took us a while to find Succession. We saw the poster like you've had on the episode. We didn't know what to expect. But once we dived in. We were sold. The characters, the story, the depth, the intricacy. It's beyond doubt the best show on TV currently. Hands down. Nothing compares. Nothing. That's why it's won. Because it's literally the best show on TV at the moment.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Above all of the films we covered as well.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Kendall?
Malo Alpito.
Santa Sana.
You may need subtitles for that, but the splooshes are universal. Friends and lovers, thank you so much for joining us on our second annual Splooshies Awards in the For Your Reference household. These accreditations will not be recognized in any recognized institutions. But we fucking love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on our 2 years of podcasting.
Thank you so much.
We're in this weird sort of space where it feels like we've been in it for a long time, but we're also learning a lot at the same time as well.
Oh, for sure. Every day is a bloody adventure.
If you want to look in the past, we have a delightful, delectable over 100 episodes that you can definitely check out. And looking forward, we are so excited to bring more of the nastiness, more of the splooshiness, and especially more of the references around her. And we'll always be there for you, like the rains fall in Wales. Absolutely, absolutely. And I just made a byproduct Friends reference, and OT didn't even notice, friends and lovers.
I did. I just let it slip because, if it's not for Splooshies, who am I to start denying Katie her references?
Well, it's good to know that you're not a KT Quanon. And with that, we are ending. Thank you so much. If you would like to follow us on a day-to-day basis on Twitter and Instagram, we're at ForYourFpod.
Write us an email at hello@fypodcast.com.
We're also on Splooshies Podcast if you'd like to leave a rating and review. And we'll see you guys in our 3rd year of podcasting.
See ya.
Skull, motherfuckers.
Ooh.
Ooh.